It's a shur and it's a shur and tefillah. We are doing the Viduy. Viduy is the confessing to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It goes by letters of Aleph Bet. We explain why does it go by the letters of Aleph Bet, because the real Viduy is confessing that we did a sin. What is called a sin, not what your conscience said that's not good. What's considered a sin is what the letters of Torah says that's a sin. That's why it goes by Aleph Bet, or we said another pshat, that if you don't take the order of Aleph Bet and the person wants to take the order of his sins, he will never finish. Where should be the beginning, where should be the middle, where should be the end? Now at least we use the Aleph Bet order. At least there's the beginning, there's the middle, and we get to the end. Now, B'ezrat Hashem, today we get to an end. Rosh Hashanah. We were weak. Rosh. In other words, we did a lot of things that Torah calls the Rosh. Let's say a person lift up his hand to hit somebody else. It's a Rosh. Somebody that's dishonest to other person. It's a Rosh. So we did an act to become a Rosh. Usually Rosh means when a person becomes selfish and self-centered against somebody else. It indulges his taiva, his greed, his monetary things, and he comes against his friend. That's called Rosh. Sadiq is the other way. Sadiq is somebody is sober, is righteous, is honest, integrity. He's careful with other people. He understands other people. And Rishut takes us away from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because we forget Hashem is in charge. Person would feel that Hashem is in charge, would not try to invade another people. We understand? If somebody is supervising you, you know not to come out from your limitations, not to come out from your place and invade other people. Shichatnu means corrupt. We corrupt. In other words, Shichatnu comes from the Beit Noach. The word also Hashchata. Hashchata means avodah zarah, adultery, and robbery. In other words, the word that was created to be honest, integrity, to be full of honesty, justice. When we don't do justice, that's ashchata. And one of the things of ashchata is adultery or wasting seed of a person. That's called ashchata, like the Dor of Noach. Over here, we confess to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that you created such a beautiful world, that everything is so beautiful and magnificent, and we corrupted. Shichet lo banamuma. The Apostle says the corruption doesn't belong to him. The children are blamed. They are blemished. And they are creating that corruption. The word of HaKadosh Baruch Hu is so beautiful. With our action, with our doing, we make it corrupt. Ti'avnu, we committed abomination. Something that's called Te'eva HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Avodah zarah, robbery, that's called To'eva, or arrogancy. Ta'avat Hashem kol gova lev. The abomination of HaKadosh Baruch Hu is kol gova lev. Whoever becomes arrogant. You believe it or not, everybody wants to be beloved of Hashem. At the time that person is arrogant, the arrogancy makes him To'eva, abomination of Hashem. Now, if you ask, who wants to be abomination of HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Who wants to be like that? Nobody wants to be like that. But whenever that we look down at other people and we feel that we deserve more, the arrogancy gets us, we become abomination of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now, who wants to be that? Abomination of Hashem means you cut the shefa, bracha, supervision of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Imagine at the time of that a person is abomination of Hashem, he needs help. At the time there's a danger to him, to his family. He disconnected himself from his protection because it says to Abat Hashem kol govale. Somebody becomes arrogant, it's abomination of Hashem. So at that time, would get the help of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, would have siyata d'shmaya, shefa beracha would come to him. Somebody has a business, something, and that business or has a good talent, and that makes him to be too arrogant. And he shows arrogancy, and he feels that everybody has to bow down to him. Now, that business, that thing that makes him to go so high, makes his downfall by him. Why? Because it becomes a Te'eva HaKadosh Baruch Hu, abomination of Hashem. The shefa goes away, the bracha goes away. The shefa bracha is not the outcome of what we do. It's from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Once the person disconnects himself from Hashem, then the things will not come to him. Ta'inu Vetiatanu. Then Tav, at the end of the letter Tav, we say ta'inu, we made a mistake, ta'inu vetiatanu, and we led others astray. In other words, ta'inu vetiatanu. Ta'inu means tout, also comes from ta'inu. Ta'inu means that we were wandering from the Torah, from mitzvot. We stayed in a matzav state of wandering, and that is very dangerous. Person becomes wandered and becomes confused about Avodat HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He says, Chazal said, Navi says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu admonishes you because you said, Ma ha'ilanu, what was benefit of keeping Torah mitzvot? What's benefit? And that's the way. That's the way that the things are. First of all, we ourselves, we were wandered and we made a mistake, and we make others also to go away from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. They were taught Vetiatanu, and they led others astray. It's interesting that we finish all of the Viduy with what we did to others. So I think HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that's not enough that we didn't do the mitzvot. That's not enough that we rebelled against you. We made even others to go away from you. And that in itself is a great sin. Imagine you take somebody's child and you make him go against his father. How would you feel? It's terrible, terrible. How would HaKadosh Baruch Hu feel that you made his children to go away? It was the last point of the video that we said, we see Vetiatanu, we made others to go away from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's the greatest sin. And just the opposite, when we make people to be corrupt HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to come close to Hashem, that's the greatest shefa bracha for a person.